Walking in the house in my road, gotta make her put it on. She don't like wearing clothes, just left Concord. North Carolina, I was licking on booty and a whole lot of vagina. Eat a pizza with some ice cream, she'll remember you. Ice Cube, make it chip, shiver like the winter do.
See me with the crew, I gotta get some food. I see you looking like you do. Had to make a move, make a move.
Started. Please don't get me started. Started. Please don't get me.
Yo, man, prayers up for the little homie, little Tjay, a real Bronx representative, one of the young boys that made it out, one of the young boys who, for the most part, you know, stayed out the drama. You know, he got into some shenanigans with Highbridge a few years back, but you know that ain't really nothing now. But so apparently, Lil Tjay has a 15% chance of surviving this attack, and he may be paralyzed for the rest of his life, even if he comes out of it. Reports are saying that he had been shot 7 times, including twice in his spine. This is a very unfortunate situation, you know. This is somebody who is a breadwinner, somebody who changed the lives of a lot of people around him. They say people die. A lot of times they get murdered in their hometown, you know. The reports that I've seen, this incident happened in New Jersey. So that's the thing with a lot of New York rappers, you know. They make a couple dollars, and when they move out the hood, they move to New Jersey, you know, a lot of them. And New Jersey is like the cousin of New York City, you know. It's only a couple hours out. It's right there. This is just a tragic situation. From the reports that I've read, it says that people tried to rob him. So in the midst of the robbery, he ended up getting shot. And he had 2 friends with him that apparently got into a shootout with the people who shot Lil Tjay. But they're in custody as well, you know, which is, you know, crazy. But that's New Jersey's gun laws. New Jersey real strict with gun laws. But this is just a real tragic situation. I don't know if this is just reports coming out because it's just rumors being spread. I don't know if this is definitely what's going on with him. Because I read something that said he was in critical condition and that he's been brought and put in stable condition. So I don't know what about this is really true or not. But I just want to say, overall, this is just a real damning and tragic situation, you know. It's like people who come from the places where we come from, we really have like a bullseye on our back. We really have a target on our back when we make it out, you know, to a certain extent. Like, this is a young millionaire. This is somebody who had records in the top 10 of the Billboard charts. This is somebody who got platinum records, you know. This is somebody who, how old is Lil Tjay? Maybe like 21, 22? Young boy, you know. Lil Tjay is somebody who, before he blew up, he used to frequent the building that I grew up in on 161st Street in the Bronx, you know, because he was cool with a couple of the younger guys who lived in my building. And he always had a positive vibe about him. You know, he never, he didn't give off, you know, like a little nigga that was soft or nothing like that. But he didn't have one of those like rah, I'm a negative person, I want to be a tough guy type of attitudes and personas, you know. And I remember, I said this in the video probably 2 years ago. But I said that I remember when he was first starting to blow up and the younger kids on the block was saying his songs. Like, they were saying his songs and they was finding them on SoundCloud and all of that. And I remember he was first starting to receive his first amount of hate. Like, I remember one time he had just got jumped simply because he was Lil Tjay. He came to the block and he was talking about it, and they said, hey, you that Lil Tjay dude? And he was like, yeah, he got jumped just for that. And I remember telling him, like, hey, listen, because I remember he had some brass knuckles or something like that. And I remember telling him, like, yo, listen, man, you have to get your hands on a taser, a switchblade, something more deadly than some brass knuckles. You know, like, I'm not telling you to get a gun because, you know, we live in New York City, but you got to protect yourself more, man. And watch your surroundings. You feel me? And I remember I had that conversation with him maybe like 2017. 2016, 2017, you know, he probably had maybe been like 15, 16 at the time, you know. And to see where he came is just, you know, that was just a blessing for him. And to realize over and over again the amount of hate we got for ourselves and our own people, you know. You know, there's a lot of different ways to make money. There's a lot of different targets you can have for robberies, you know, to just automatically go for your own people all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's not tough to me. That's not gangster to me. I understand everybody got to do what they got to do. You want to survive. You want to pay bills, this, that, and the third. Hey, but come on now. Like, how much of this are we going to do to ourselves? What if little Tjay passes away from this? You know, what if he really is paralyzed for the rest of his life and he's just a shell of himself? Like what man who made it to the level where he was at wants to even come back to life? I mean, wants to even live and go through what he went through, you know, like just to be a shell of himself, you know, or his dick don't work or something like that. Like, who wants to go through that, man? This is just a real sad, unfortunate situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Prayers up for the homie Lil Tjay, man. Bronx up.